Best of r/Tales from Retail episode 20. Definitely not the worst thing to happen at work, but it's something that happened recently I still think about. I work the register at a no-frills deli where you order first. It's me at the register, one person for deli, and one person at the grill. Lunch rush can get really hectic. So I get a phone order from this lady D for the special of day, chicken Caesar salad, and a cup of soup. It's in the middle of lunch rush, but the soup is always ready to go and the salad just needs to be tossed. Easy peasy. But that ticket ends up lost somehow, and I see that she's arrived and waiting in line. I know her food isn't ready yet, so despite figuring who she is, when she steps up to the register I ask her, "Could you remind me of your order please?" Regardless of her lost ticket. This is something I would have asked anyone who made phone orders. There are many regulars who come through, but I've only recently started working so I'm obviously not going to know who everyone is. Regulars often chat up the deli lady and put in their order with her, but I'm the one at the register so this is pretty customary. D is visibly annoyed at this question and says excuse me? So I ask again, could you remind me of the name on your order? She responds, are you kidding me? Doesn't say thank you. Doesn't even make eye contact. Deli lady makes her order right away. Takes 2 minutes. Still huffing and puffing until she stomps off with her food. Honestly just confused. Thank you. Next. I work at a pretty hole-in-the-wall Chinese restaurant. The kind of place that grows up like so much kudzu in the cracks of the Midwestern suburban sprawl. It's the kind of place that runs just like it did in the 90s, minus allowing smoking indoors. Of the 3 people above me in the chain of command, only one of them has a firm grasp of English, which can often cause problems when dealing with customers. Enter potential litigant. Stage right. She looks kindly enough, but perhaps that's just my tendency to underestimate relatively milquetoast looking white chicks. She had a pretty mundane order, just a coupon deal that comes with fried rice, 2 drinks, some appetizers, so I didn't really think to prepare myself for trouble, either. I just grabbed her order, and a smaller bag for her to put her drinks in, only to find that she had grabbed 2 bottles instead. I apologized for the confusion, as I prefer to give people the benefit of the doubt, and told her that the deal actually comes with 2 canned drinks. The 16 Oz listed on the coupon is intended to be understood as a 16 Oz fountain drink, which my boss has made equivalent to a 12-ounce can, accounting for ice in the cup, and stuff. Unfortunately, given how sudden this confrontation came upon me, I wasn't able to explain that. She got mad a little too fast, so fast that I legitimately questioned to myself whether or not she was joking. But no, because a 16 Oz soda was listed on the coupon, which was for a different, unaffiliated franchise that happens to use the same name. We were breaking federal law with regards to false advertisement. She even bothered to name drop the Better Business Bureau, and called back less than a minute after she left claiming to be her own sister, saying that we should be prepared for contact from her lawyer. Over 8 Oz of sugar water. I'm not paid enough to deal with this crap. Thank you. Next. I've been sleeping for 5 hours the past few days. I have sleeping issues so I'm already drained by the time I clock in. I'm working as a seasonal employee and because it's the holidays, my work is packed with customers and leaves me with little to no room to take a breather as the checkout line never seems to end. Yesterday, I've dealt with 3-4 rude customers in the first hour of my shift. One memorable situation was when a customer wanted to redeem a coupon that was actually a flyer about promos and discounts. I told the lady that the flyer was not a coupon but she kept insisting that it was. She gave me nasty attitude and started bitching at me that another coworker said it was a coupon even though the flyer had no barcode or any screws for me to input into the cash register. She kept complaining to me but luckily I was able to get the discount through her husband's membership. A few hours later, a customer walks in with 7 coupons that allowed members to get free ornaments. Individually scan all the coupons and print out the receipts for each ornament, and she wanted to buy something else with no barcode on it. I ask her if she can grab another one so that I can scan it, and she asks me what's my name as she rolls her eyes and sighs while walking to grab another one. I finish up her purchase and she leaves. Today, I've dealt with multiple rude customers but there was one who really got under my skin. After 8 grueling hours of exhausting work, I was getting ready to clock out as I helped out the last few customers. This lady comes up to the cash register and throws her bags of popcorns on the table and tells me to hurry up and do it quick. Went something like this. Me, would you like a bag? Lady, hurry up, I don't have time for this Also I'm not sure if I wanna get this bottle of olive oil. Tell me if the total comes out to $10 so I know if I wanna use my coupon or not. Me, okay, your total is X. XX. Would you like me to scan the olive oil? Lady, yes, hurry up, I'm in a hurry. Okay. Me, okay, just put your number in the pin pad so I can scan your coupon. Lady, this is unbelievable. Grunts, huffs, puffs. Me, slams the register. Here's your change. By this point, the customer behind the lady had seen what was going on and could tell that I was just about ready to snap. So he kindly greets me and I was able to keep my calm. I've never dealt with this amount of rude, disrespectful, inhumane, assholes in such a short time frame. Not only am I working like a dog but I'm getting paid minimum wage while seasonal workers at other retailers are getting paid extra for the busy holidays. I'm exhausted from this job and you can see two black heavy bags under my eye from the exhaustion and lack of sleep. I like working there and my coworkers are awesome. A lot of the customers are really nice too but some people are just ridiculous and ruins my day. Thank you. Next. Just for background, I work as a supervisor on the customer service desk at a large supermarket. I'm at work today and this woman comes up to the counter and drops a tub of yogurt and a receipt down and says she'd like to return it because it's past its use by date. I pick up the yogurt and look at the date. It expired the day before. I look at her receipt and see that she had purchased it 8 days earlier and that the item was reduced. It is our return policy that any past dated items cannot be returned if they were purchased more than 2 days before the use by date items and those 2 days can be exchanged for a longer date no problem. In addition, reduced items are final sale as long as they are in date and not damaged. The yogurt is only around $5, so she only paid after reduction $2.50, so I decide to just give her a full refund. I inform the lady that I'll give her a full refund for the product and then politely tell her what our return policy is on such items so that she will know for next time that we ordinarily do not offer refunds in this circumstance and again state that this time I'll be happy to give her a full refund. She immediately loses her mind. She starts ranting at me that it was a cashier error and that where she works they give item free and money back if a cashier makes an error. Summoning all my patience, I tell her that it is not the cashier's responsibility to check the dates on products as they go through the register and that the product was a week from expiry at the time of her purchase and that while the place she works may have a money back item free policy, I live in a small town with only a few retailers, none offer such a policy. Our store does not, and again state that I'm giving her a full refund anyway. Lady then insists that I don't know what I'm talking about. I do. And that I don't know our return policy. I do, and it's on the wall behind her in giant writing. She further states that everything in the store is insured for up to $10 whether you know it or not. I'm not sure what she meant by that. I think maybe she was trying to quote scanning code of practice at me. I give her the full $5 and apologize for her trouble and upsetting her and clarify it was not my intention even though I don't believe I did anything improperly, and as a parting shot she tells me she works as the customer service representative at store name, been there many times, never seen this woman before in my life, and that I should be ashamed for how I made her feel and she'd be putting in a complaint. I'm not worried about the complaint as my boss was standing within 2 meters of me the entire time and agrees that my conduct was fine, but man was it an extremely frustrating experience. Thank you. Next. English is not my first language on mobile. So this happened 2 days ago. I work in a huge bookstore chain and in the biggest branch in the whole city. We do get annoying or just ridiculous customers, but the last guy really takes the cake. It was around 9 p.m. I was on the first floor. We have 2 floors. The first one is just the entrance for gifts and alcohol. Yes, we sell alcohol in a bookstore. IDK either. So this guy comes and tells me his story without any prelude. When I was 19 I read all the Osho books. It's a spiritual philosophy of a sort, and I really believes everything in it, and because of that, I slept with a 17-year-old girl. She got pregnant and his father tried to kill me. Now even my family doesn't let me in. So I am gonna go upstairs, grab all the Osho books you have and burn them outside. Just call the police. I want to get arrested. I don't have any place to go. I remember how nervous I got for a second, like I was suddenly in an oven. But then I remembered that I was a psychologist. Just a failed one, but let's say 50%. I have a scar on my wrist. It looks like I tried to cut myself, but it happened because of an accident. So I lied and told him that once I was in a dark place too, when I wanted to kill myself. I talked with him for 40 minutes. Thankfully it was a slow day and the customers just went upstairs and didn't bother me. After that he just bowed his head and left. At first I thought he was joking, but his eyes were dead serious. I warned my co-workers, and next time he comes in, we are told to immediately call the police. Thank you. Next. I did a small stint at a chain of retail stores that were once very popular, but are closing a lot of their stores these days. I worked the closing shift there a lot, and this on particular time, I could have hugged my manager. We closed at 9, at which point the cashier, that's me, counts down their drawer, and turns it into the supervisor. Announcements are made every 5 minutes starting 15 minutes before close, that we are about to close. At 9 a customer comes to check out, and says there is still a lady in the back shopping. My manager gets on the intercom, and announces the store is now closed, and asks that anyone still in the store please come up to check out. She continues making this announcement for 10 minutes, and the lady still doesn't come up. At this point she tells me to log out of the register, and count down my drawer. As I am doing this, she announces on the intercom all registers are now closed, and security is sweeping the building. Anyone found to be still here will be escorted out. I have never seen someone come running as fast as that lady. She had her arms full, but as she waited so long, we were not able to wring her out. The best part? We did not even have security. I really loved that manager. She could be hard on us, but she would not let anyone do us wrong. Thank you. Next. So this past Black Friday I was working Thanksgiving night and being at a big retail electronics store. You can guess which one. It was very busy. To get me through the night I brought an energy drink with me to keep me going until 2 a.m. After helping a couple out I had a free seconds to run over, take a gulp and placed my drink under the computer counter. The rest of the story is from the perspective of the security camera. I set my drink down and go help a family pick out a radio for their car. As I walked away, 3 guys dressed in camo point at me and walk over to the computer where my drink was. One guy picks my drink up and spits his tobacco in it. He passes it to the next guy who does the same thing, and the third guy followed suit and placed my drink back where they found it. After helping a few more customers out, I come back and grab my drink. First, I tilt it back and about 2 gulps in I feel a burning sensation in my throat. Now wide eyes and panicking I smell the top of the can and get the strongest aroma of dip. Instantly my stomach turned, and with the bathrooms being on the other side of the building I had to run trying to get through the busy crowd and get to the bathroom so I can puke my brains out. Is able to take my only 10-minute break and my manager needed me back helping customers and had to finish my shift feeling sick to my stomach. I've never been so disrespected in my life, and shocked that scum like this would do such a thing. I was obviously able to find the security footage and could do nothing about it. Defiantly the worst thing to happen to me working retail.